Good evening, it's Marie here. So I'm dropping in with a little message and something for you to try. And it's, definitely something I do, and it helps with health, well-being, sanity, and expansion. And it's kind of obvious and basic, but easy to forget. And it's really to just tune in, have a little look at your current social media usage, as in what sort of time are you spending on here and other platforms, maybe the times of day you're choosing to spend, and just have a little check in and notice where the balance is. So often, we talk about cutting off time on social media, but in all honesty, sometimes that's where people have connections. Maybe you run your online business, same as me. So maybe there are different reasons why you're online, and there's so many good things on here. You can learn, you can connect, you can, soak up all sorts of amazing information. But the flip side as well is when you're really consumed, it's so easy to forget that there is a whole world off the phone, off the laptop, off the device. And if you're anything like me, if you get really consumed by something, it's really easy for it to sneak up. So what I tend to do is I tune in, and I'm just going to encourage you and invite you to do a little check-in and see if you have the balance right. So even if you're not sure, if you do an overall look at, your kind of day to day, are you spending more time online or more time offline? So that might be a really easy question for some people to answer, but it might take a little bit more digging for you if you're not sure. But really, even if you are still feeling a little pull to your devices, a starting point can be just to tip the balance into being more offline than you are online. And I tell you, every time you do that, every time you connect back in, you'll be surprised at your mood can lift, you can feel calmer, because a lot of the ways that technology is created currently is not really for our health, and most certainly not for our well-being. So it can really dysregulate our nervous system. You might even find yourself feeling anxious, stressed for no specific reason. And I know that when I've used it more unconsciously, I can feel that almost like anxiety through the body. It's a very physical thing. And I notice that when I really get conscious, and I typically these days I use it, I create more than I consume. But there are times when I can find myself scrolling. So when I do a check-in and I just make a conscious decision to leave my phone in the other room, to not be, on it, do something else offline, right? Which is challenging when you have a lot of things like me. I have a lot of things I like online. So just looking at tipping the balance. And it's such an important life skill, I think, right now, because everything is gearing us up to be digitalized and online, and it's going to come in more and more. So I find that it's really getting important now to become super conscious of what we're doing, how we're doing it, so we can really open our eyes going forwards, and then we're not going to be sucked into these practices, because there are a lot of practices coming our way that are really going to encourage us to be more connected to devices. You may as well microchip your hand right now, right? So it's just being really aware. We've got a really great window right now of time where we can start to disentangle and start to deal with any compulsions. Maybe some people have them, any addictions to your phone, any reliance on social media as distractions, numbing the emotional pain often. There's so many reasons. So it's just about really using social media to see what it is you're hiding, masking, numbing, distracting. We all do it at certain times, but just getting really conscious and then trying to disentangle yourself from it and really getting back to basics, right? Think about, when you were like growing up, you most certainly didn't have devices. We'd read books, we'd go out into nature, whatever it is for you. But sometimes it's uncomfortable to begin disentangling, but I highly recommend it, because more is going to come into our awareness and into our world over the next few years and beyond. So I feel like it's a very strong and important thing for us right now to be very conscious of this, because there is a transhumanism agenda coming in, where there is this idea of really starting to merge humans with technology. And this is not why we came. This is not how we tap into our soul, our intuition, our divine wisdom, our soul path, our life path, purpose, and all of these good things. So we just got to be super aware. Anyway, that is what I wanted to share with you. So I hope you're having a lovely day, evening, whatever, whenever you're listening. And yeah, drop me a comment below and let me know. I would love to hear, where are you right now? How do you feel about your social media use? Have you got the balance right? Does it need a little tweak? I'm constantly reviewing this because I do spend time on here, as obviously I have an online business, but I'm very mindful of how I consume. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Pop a comment below wherever you're watching this live stream video, and yeah, I will see you again tomorrow. Take care.